If you're a trader, you've probably heard people brag about how they only trade for 20 minutes a day, make $1 million from it, then just hop in their Lambo for the rest of the day. And conveniently, you'll probably see them selling the paid Discord in the description or whatever. But in this video, I'm going to go over the actual realistic path to profitability that I use that made me go from unprofitable to profitable. And it's not going to be some get-rich-quick shit that's just completely unrealistic. So for the goals of this video, I'm going to explain the reward of being a profitable trader, explain why becoming a professional trader is a grind, give you the entire weekly and daily routine that I use, and I'm going to give you motivation so you can actually follow through with it. And by the end, I believe that you'll be on a real path to becoming a profitable trader. So please take some notes and let's get into it. First, trading should be treated as a full-time job. It's not some side hustle where you spend a few minutes a day on it, then spend the rest of your time on your dropshipping business or whatever. I know a lot of the gurus try to sell the trade side hustle dream, but it's just not realistic. And you need to understand what exactly happens when you succeed in trading. First of all, if you succeed, your income is basically uncapped. You will only run into physical scaling issues at extreme account sizes like over $20 million or something. And second, you can trade anywhere in the world, remotely and with no boss whatsoever. Like you can literally travel the world and make money while doing it if you wanted to. And this sounds great, right? Well, it is great, but this dream is naturally balanced by the sheer difficulty of trading. And if you want to ever become profitable, you have to take trading seriously. You should be treating it as a full-time job or at bare minimum a part-time job if you already have one. And that is exactly how I became profitable, by treating it like a job to the point where the charts would literally show up in my dreams. I would come home from my shitty night shift job at Walmart and spend the rest of my time at home trading. And right now, I'm going to give you the exact roadmap that I use so you can become profitable as soon as possible. So as a trader, I have two routines, a weekly routine that happens on Sunday and a daily routine that I carry out on every trading day. First, let's go over my weekly routine. Every Sunday, this is what I do. I will perform a weekly analysis on the market, or in other words, a long-term analysis that uses the D1 chart. Next, I will make a list of the best stock picks that are showing some nice strength or weakness. Then lastly, I will go over my trading journal. So for the weekly analysis, I will do a fundamental and technical analysis of SPY and write it down on my document. This will allow me to get my market bearings and know exactly what to expect for the next week. Then I'll write down any upcoming news events so I don't get blindsided by them. And this right here is an example of one I wrote, and it's going to be in the description if anyone wants to learn from it. Next, for the stock picks, I'm going to flip the D1 charts of stocks on my scanners. I'm going to set alerts on the ones that I like, and then I'm going to write down a small list of the best ones in my document. Then lastly, I'm going to go over my journal. If I'm making any mistakes, I will take note of them and make it a goal to fix them. And as a trader, your goal should be to become a better trader and improve in some way every single week. And this right here is especially important if you're not profitable yet. So that's pretty much my entire weekly routine that I do on every Sunday. And it's important that you do this so you get your market bearings and know what to expect for the actual trading days. Like when you see all of these people on Twitter or Instagram complaining about the price action and how they got completely blindsided by it, they probably didn't do any of this whatsoever. Awareness is key to being an excellent trader, and if you're unaware, you won't be able to adapt to new conditions. So now I'm going to go over my daily routine. Every day I wake up 2 hours before the market opens, or maybe 1 hour if I'm feeling lazy. But either way, you need to make sure that your trading day starts before the open. You don't want to be that guy that goes to his desk 3 minutes before the market open with his coffee or whatever. And I will take this pre-market time to go over the overnight price movement and write a pre-open analysis. And to write it, I'm going to be using the context of the D1 chart and the overnight price movement. I will go over multiple scenarios and how I plan to respond to them. Like if we're gapping up to a new all-time high, I'm going to write down what's likely to happen, but also account for the other scenarios. You don't need to write an entire essay, you just need to get your market bearings and just be aware in general. Then when the market finally opens, I'm going to use the first 30 minutes to watch the market and gather context for the day. And yeah, I do not trade the first 30 minutes. The ones who taught me how to trade call this time amateur hour, and through my experience, I'd say that they're right. And trades in the first 30 minutes of the day tend to be lower probability, so just better to use this as context. So after 30 minutes, it's now time to trade. I'll watch the SPY, flip charts of stocks, set alerts, and if SPY gives me an entry, I'm going to enter stocks with either relative strength or relative weakness. And when I enter them, I'll put down a stop and just let the trade ride for as long as possible. Sometimes it's 15 minutes, sometimes it's 5 hours, or maybe even more if I decide to keep it as a swing trade. I'll try to let my trades run unless there's an actual technical reason to exit them. Now at 2 p.m., day trading alone becomes a lot harder. The volume has started to die down, and if you decide to enter one, you're going to have to exit soon unless you want to take it as a swing. Remember, there's only 2 hours left in the trading session, so you don't have much flexibility unless you want to hold the trade overnight. So at this time, I'm going to be mostly focused on looking for or entering swing trades if there's any good setups. And yes, I'm not only a day trader, I am just as open to swing trading as I am with day trading. The skills are 90% transferable, so if you're a good day trader, you'll also be a good swing trader. And being willing to swing trade will double your potential trades and give you something to do when the day is boring with bad price action. I actually think that swing trading is a must and that any serious trader should be doing it. And after the market closes, I'm going to take the time to journal any trades that I've entered or exited. And after that, that's pretty much it. I'm basically done for the day. So as a recap, every week I will do a long-term market analysis on the D1 chart to gather my market bearings. I'll write down any upcoming news events, put down my stock picks, then go over my trading journal. And every day I will write down a pre-open short-term market analysis, wait on the sidelines for the first 30 minutes, enter and exit trades, then focus on swing trading for the last 2 hours. Then after the market close, I'll journal, then go about my day. It's around 8 hours a day doing all of this, which is kind of a lot of work, and most of you won't have the motivation to do it. But I'm telling you that this is the absolute fastest way to become profitable, so let me try to motivate you. As you know, 90% of traders will fail, but how many of those genuinely believe that trading is something that can be half-assed? And how many of those don't put in the work and are sold into the belief that trading is easy by the gurus? They think that they're gonna trade for just 30 minutes a day because the guru they follow said it works if they buy the course. I mean, it's a high income skill, and if you crack it, we're talking generational wealth. You can make a lot more money than a doctor doing it, and just look at how much work it takes to become a doctor. So if you're still unprofitable, this is the time to lock in and take trading seriously.